Subtraction word problems. Today's learning target is, I can use numbers and words to make sense of problems. This week, we are talking about thinking subtraction and thinking about subtraction in different kinds of problems. We talked about using subtraction to separate and take away. We used subtraction when we needed to compare. How many more? How many less? Today we're going to talk about using subtraction as a way to solve a part-whole problem when you only have one of the parts. Here's our part-whole poster. You can see here that something's missing from these subtraction problems. Let's read the example. Julie had 7 apples. 4 were green and the rest were red. How many red apples did Julie have? So we know how many is the total, and that can be represented by the largest number when you subtract. We know 4 were green. The problem is asking us how many were red. And so that's the unknown part in a part-whole. Let's try some together. There are 12 children on the school bus. 5 are boys and the rest are girls. How many girls are on the school bus? Stop the video here and solve the problem. Then come back and we'll solve it together. Remember, when you're solving a problem, the first thing you do is circle the information you have. There are 12 children on the school bus. So that's my whole. I know I have 12 children on the school bus. So we can represent it with a picture and we can represent it with a number. 5 are boys and the rest are girls. So I know I have one part, 5. These are boys. 5 are boys. So the question's asking you, how many girls? So it's this part. How many are girls? You can use subtraction to solve this problem. Because if you start at 12 and that's your whole, and you know that 5 are boys, then the rest have to be the girls. So we could count back. 12 minus 5, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. Or you can count up from 5 to 12 and see how many in between. Try the next one. There are 11 penguins at the zoo. 8 are in the water and the rest are on the land. How many penguins are on the land? Stop the video here and you solve the problem. Then come back once you've got it solved. All right, let's give this a try. I'm going to draw a picture again with what I know. There are 11 penguins at the zoo. So that's my whole on my number tape. 8 are in the water. So 8 are in the water. And the rest are on land. So here's our whole part. We don't know this part. So we could use subtraction. 11 minus 8 equals something. Or you can count up. Either way, this is what we're using to find. But because we know addition and subtraction are related, I could also count up to get to 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 minus 8 equals 3. 3 penguins on the land plus 8 penguins in the water must equal 11. Okay, you try the next one. There are 14 cookies in a box. 9 are chocolate chip, and the rest are oatmeal. How many cookies are oatmeal? Stop the video here and solve the problem. All right, let's do this again. There are 14 cookies in a box, so you know you have 14. So you should have represented 14. You can do it on the number tape. You could draw 14 cookies and write your number. 9 are chocolate chip. So that means this part, I know, 9 are chocolate chip. And this part, I don't know. This is what we have to solve. How many are oatmeal? 14 minus 9 equals what? Equals 5. So put that in here and double check. Does 9 plus 5 equal 14? Does 14 minus 9 equal 5? Yes. All right, another one for you. There are 15 dogs in a pet store. 9 have spots, and the rest do not. How many dogs do not have spots? Solve the problem. Pause the video. Okay, so we know the whole and we know one part. So I know 15 dogs are in the pet store. That's the total. 9 have spots. So 9 over here have spots. And the rest do not. So that's the part I'm solving for. But I can solve it by going 15 minus 9 equals what? Well, I know that 9 plus 6 equals 15. So this must be 6. All right, this last slide is your turn. I want you to take a look at this picture and make your own part whole subtraction problem. There are how many race cars? You could use them all. You could just use some of them. Some are what? Some are blue, some are green, some are trucks, some have black tops. How many are not blue, green, trucks, black tops? And see if you can't write your own subtraction problem and math story for this picture. What other math problems can you think of for this picture? Well, I hope you have fun creating your math stories.